Deception is not theater, it is structure. It appears when systems drift, breath, blink, cadence. Under pressure, signals separate from words. Professionals do not guess, they compare. Establish the normal, then watch for change. A flicker of fear, a hand that shields, a story that reorders. One cue is noise, patterns matter. In this session, we study deception as behavior. Quiet, empirical. This is the real work of an FBI agent, a world of quiet observation. Small details hold great weight. The air is thick with unspoken tension. Every breath, every shift in a chair, every glance away from the agent's eyes tells a part of a story. The truth is often hidden, in subtle, involuntary signals when the mind is under pressure. This is not magic, it is a science. A skill honed through patient study. Understanding human behavior in its rawest form. We call it the FBI method, baselining, micro-expressions, and the cluster of cues. These are the tools, simple to name, hard to master. Before you can spot a lie, you must first recognize the truth. This is the fundamental principle of baselining. Every person has a unique set of behaviors when they are relaxed and comfortable. This is their normal state, their baseline. It is their personal dictionary of nonverbal communication. An agent's first job is to learn this dictionary. We begin by asking non-threatening questions. Simple, easy questions. Did you have trouble finding the building? Is the temperature okay? Can I get you a glass of water? The content matters less than the delivery. We are observing the person's natural rhythm. We watch everything. How do they sit? Are they leaning forward or are they settled back? Where do their hands rest naturally? Do they gesture when they speak or are their hands still? We note the speed and cadence of their speech, fast and fluid, or slow and deliberate. We observe their normal eye contact. Do they hold a steady gaze or do their eyes wander as they recall? We even listen to the tone of their voice. All these small details are collected and stored. This becomes our reference point, our control group of one. This process is calm and patient. It should feel like a conversation, not an interrogation. The goal is to reduce initial anxiety. A bead of sweat might mean nothing unless it deviates from 10 minutes of calm. Then the change is significant. The deviation is what matters, a red flag. Without a baseline, every gesture is meaningless. Track what is normal before you identify what is abnormal. The baseline is the anchor. It keeps you grounded, in fact. It is the most important step in the entire process. Once the baseline is established, the real observation begins. We start to watch the face. The human face is a battleground of emotion. Words project confidence. The face can tell a different story. The most revealing clues are micro-expressions, rapid, involuntary. They last a fraction of a second and vanish before most people notice. But they are pure, unfiltered emotion. No one fakes or suppresses them. A momentary leak in a carefully constructed mask. Imagine you ask about their whereabouts on a particular night. They say, "I was home all evening, watching a movie." As they say it, a flash of fear. Eyebrows raised and pulled together, mouth stretched, then back to neutral. That flash is the micro-expression. Their words claim safety. Their face betrays terror. This is not proof of guilt. It signals a deep emotional response that contradicts calm demeanor. A cue to dig deeper. Agents train for hundreds of hours, studying the 7 universal emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, contempt, each with a reliable facial signature: a lip tighten for anger, a nose wrinkle for disgust, a one-sided mouth raise for contempt. Hardwired, not cultural. Liars mask with acceptable emotion. The micro-expression leaks the truth. Praise given, contempt flashes. The mismatch is a bright light to pay closer attention. Not proof, but powerful indicators. One sign is an anomaly. 2 signs are a coincidence. 3 signs are a pattern. This is the cluster rule. A single gesture is never enough. A nose rub can just itch. Crossed arms can just mean cold. A professional looks for a cluster. Example, fear, micro-expression, vocal pitch uptick, eyes drop to the floor, body angles away, 4 cues together in response to one question. That is a cluster. The cluster guards against misinterpretation and confirmation bias. Multiple independent data points increase accuracy. The body may be screaming while the mouth stays calm. The eyes offer thought process clues. The idea comes from neuro-linguistic programming, suggestive, not foolproof. Right-handed typical. Up-left often recalls an image. Up-right often constructs one. Left for remembered sound, right for imagined sound, down-left for inner dialogue, down-right for feelings. Baselines matter. Ask, what color is your front door? Then, what did your alarm sound like? Note the gaze directions. On critical questions, if they deviate to constructed direction, that's a red flag. One cue, not a verdict. In a cluster, paired with a fear flash and a sudden body shift, it becomes compelling. Always look for the cluster. Telling the truth is easy for most people. The memory is already there. You simply access and report it. Lying is hard work. It imposes a heavy burden on the brain. Invent a story, remember it, suppress the truth, manage how you look. That's cognitive load. Under load, speech may slow, more pauses and filler words, or it may sound too perfect, like a script. The body may freeze unnaturally, or ramp up self-soothing, rubbing the neck, stroking the face, fidgeting with a pen. To expose load, ask for the story in reverse, or for irrelevant sensory details, like what the restaurant smelled like, or the music playing. Liars struggle to invent details on the fly. Hesitation, contradictions, stress. Truthfulness is a symphony, words, voice, face, body, and harmony. Deception is discord, baseline voice, normal tone, pitch, pace. Pitch may rise under tension, pace may slow while they search for words, or speed up to rush a lie. The body broadcasts truth beyond the face. Watch pacifying behaviors. Forehead rub, stroking the suprasternal notch, playing with hair. Feet tapping, hands hidden or gripping a barrier. The environment matters. Quiet, minimal distractions, clear head-to-toe view, no desk blocking hands and legs. Bright facial lighting. A sterile space increases mild discomfort and reveals cues. Put it together. Listen for pitch and cadence. Watch micro-expressions. Observe pacifying and barriers. See how they use space. If elements align, high confidence. If discord, expect deception. Reading techniques is one thing. Applying them is another. Proficiency demands countless hours. Research, video analysis, realistic role play. We slow the world. Quarter speed, half speed, then full speed to train perception. Train your eyes to catch the smallest flicker. Build a mental library of deceptive behaviors. Unlearn biases. Focus on objective, observable behaviors. The cluster rule prevents fixation on a single confirming cue. Let evidence lead to a conclusion, not the other way around. Practice in low-stakes settings. Baseline first. Watch for mismatches. Look for clusters. You will see the world in higher resolution. With power comes ethical responsibility. In the Bureau, use is governed by strict protocols. The goal is not to trick, humiliate, or coerce, but to uncover truth fairly, respectfully, and lawfully. Non-verbal cues signal stress, never definitive proof of a lie. Anxiety, trauma, and fear of authority can mimic deception. Clusters guide where to dig. Next, ask precise questions. Seek corroboration, documents, witnesses, hard evidence. Use these skills to listen, empathize, and support, not to exploit or falsely accuse. Build bridges to the truth. Be patient. Be respectful. In conversation, spend 2 minutes establishing a baseline with simple questions, then just watch. Notice posture, hands, speech rhythm, normal eye contact. Do not judge, collect data. When deviations cluster, ask open-ended clarifiers. It sounds like there might be challenges. Can you walk me through them? True skill is the quiet pursuit of fact. Learn to listen with your eyes. See the story beneath the words. Learn to see what is real.